Have you ever seen the dub of Bible Black?
Love it. It's
that's so good.
I only watched the double Bible Black recently, maybe like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm so upset at myself that it took me this long to watch it.
It's so good.
It's
Have
so
you watched
funny.
a lot of the really shitty hentai dubs? The official
I've
ones?
watched a few of them. I've watched Bible Black, and then I've watched that one where the professor, I don't remember exactly what
I
it is,
know
but
the one.
the professor's like,
fucking bitch shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
I'm squeezing on your supple breasts in the janitor's closet or whatever.
Yeah, I know the one. That
Yeah.
one's good. There's so many. There's like a medieval one where like there's a woman with like F-sized tits. It's so funny. And she's like, I'm sorry, I killed your granddad by suffocating him with my tits. Or something. And it's just like, and she delivers it straight, and the whole dialogue is like, it's so funny.
Those
I'll
are
send
the
it to you.
best. I love those.
It's an entire like gold mine of just hentai
So
dubs.
good.
Oh, it's so funny.
90% of them, they turn it into like from a hentai to a comedy. You
Oh
know?
yeah.
It's
Much better than the shitty anime. Much better.
Yeah.
Way more entertaining as well, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, because it's basically just like porn acting, right? Like it's hilarious. It's supposed to be serious, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, I guess because it's like they took this Japanese script and they're like, oh, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Let's just make it better. Let's just make our own.
Yeah.
Like, what the
make
fuck
it
is
funnier.
this? Yeah. I think a lot of the time the licensing deals in those are like not as strict as the others. Or at least back then they were. I think they're strict now.
yeah.
I guess they still dub hentai sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I haven't heard like a modern dub hentai. though.
I get the casting calls sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you taken them?
No.
Absolutely take those.
Yeah.
I am never the main. I am never the character.
You're never the
Think about the
character.
guys. My voice just doesn't. I'm not the the nerdy kid with the hair down, and I'm not the ugly bastard.
You should do it.
I am
you should
not
do
being
it
an ugly
anyway.
bastard.
You should do it anyway.
if
Forward
I-
it to me, I'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Dude, if I had that casting call, I'd 100%
I'll be
take
like,
it.
That is
hey,
such a good opportunity.
I can't do this one, but I know a guy who might be.
You can play the ugliest bastard on the planet.
No, I know
Yeah.
you'd like it because the moment it comes out, you're like, I peaked in Civilization, the fattest cheeked anime.
I would love that so much.
That would be on your bio.
Yeah, that's going on the IMDb.
Ugliest bastard
Yeah.
in hentai.
Because I remember like a lot of like OG voice actors used to use pseudonyms doing like hentai work. So I remember like I remember like
Yu-Gi-Oh,
the
the guy-
Yu-Gi-Oh, Yami Yugi.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
guy who did Professor Oak.
Yeah,
Did a lot of
they've
hentai.
both been in hentai, and they have such distinctive voices.
It's literally Professor Oak.
Yeah,
in a hentai.
yeah, it's-
And
yeah.
it's the official
Which one is it? I want to watch it.
There's one about like this. It's this weird like 4-part. Because I found it. It's just fucking weird. It's about like these like shamans, and they're like taking these girls, kidnapping them, then fucking them. But then they have like a Master Roshi type and it's just really weird. And they keep kidnapping these girls. It's so bizarre. I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
You'll
just
love
send it to me. I'll
Yeah,
watch
it's
it.
so weird. It's exactly what you expect of like a weird ass hentai.
Yeah.
And what's that one with the one where she's like, oh, my tits are torpedoes as well? There's that.
Oh, I've actually seen that clip.
That's like Mother's
Yeah.
Milk or something, I think it's
Yeah.
called. That one.
Mother's milk.
I think that's what it's called. They all, and I asked this to the people who made them. I asked them why the English names for the Japanese ones, like the mid-2000s hentais, were so like porn-esque.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, apparently it just sold better. Like when they renamed it to like, when they gave them shitty porn title names, they sold so much better than when they gave them literal translations.
Well, yeah, because they probably looked at like a title like Mother's Milk and was like, I have to fucking watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mother Knows Breast.
Yeah, like Mother Knows Breast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was not the original title.
No,
at all.
no.
Like the Japanese titles are like love story between mother and son.
Yeah,
It's like
something
no,
like that.
no one fucking want to do this. What are you on about? I don't want to watch this.
I think the weirdest thing I've seen that is just like, you know, childhood ruin moment was, it wasn't a hentai, but I remember there was an AIDS advert, right?
Okay.
And, okay.
Where is this going?
And in this aid campaign, right, to, you know, inform people about AIDS.
Yeah.
In the UK?
Yeah,
Or-
no, in America.
Oh, okay.
They
Of course.
hired the voice actors of Shinji and Asuka from Evangelion.
What?
And so you hear in this, and it's like a audio campaign, right?
Yeah.
And so there's this scene in this campaign about two people having sex,
Yeah.
and it's like it is just Shinji and Asuka having sex. Basically, it's just
on
Evangelion sex, like ASMR.
Oh my
It's
God.
it's like I remember hearing that, and I'm like, oh my God, I can never look at Ava the same again.
shit.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, have I never heard of
Yeah,
that?
the
Yeah.
recording's on YouTube.
Oh
It's
my
English
God.
voice actors. So
Oh,
you're
I
like,
need to
oh,
watch
whatever.
it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Holy crap.
Do you do a lot of voice acting? You did some for some games, right?
I've done some. I'm not very good. I love doing it, but I'm just pretty bad.
We both did. What was that game where it was like a tabletop kind of like card game.
The dungeon game.
That game was like good.
It's a good game.
But then
I don't
no
know
one
why-
played it.
I know. I can't remember the name of it though.
I mean, how good we are. We voiced
Put it on the screen, Moodon.
Yeah.
It was a fun.
No,
game.
because Moonon's going to message me. This is what happens. We say put it on the screen, then he messages me asking what it was, and I'm like, I don't know, because I would have said it in the episode. It's pretty on
Look up Charlie's IMDb. It's probably on there.
Yeah, dude, I poured my heart out for that. I did like 4 characters as well.
Really?
I did so much work. And
I only did 1.
And like no one played it. I was like, no, because it was actually a good game. I played it. It was fun. Not like
I did Lucius 3 though. Do you know that game?
No, what is Lucius?
That's how like you just kill people as like a little devil child.
Oh, yeah.
I voiced a character in there. It is the worst voice acting you'll ever hear in your life.
Have I seen this thing? I think I might have seen this.
Maybe. It's not that old. It's only like 3 years
What
old.
does the character look like that you voice?
A nerd. He looks very nerdy.
Maybe I've seen this.
Yeah.
And
Did
is
you
it
use
just
your-
like Charlie voice?
Yeah, did you use your normal voice?
In my defense, they didn't give me like direction for the character, so I just read it like I would. Charlie.
Like a moist critical video.
I'm sure if they're contacting you, they're probably wanting that
Yeah,
voice,
yeah.
right? Like that.
But when you see it in the game, it's like
it doesn't seem right.
it feels like I did a dub of this character and they put it in. It's
I
just,
can just imagine playing the game and you get up to the nerd character and be like, "Hey Lucius, I really hope you still bully me. I don't really appreciate that." It's just like Charlie's voice.
that is
I need to see this now.
like when you're in something, it's like that's a character. When I'm in those games, it's like why is Charlie being?
I don't know. It
deeply-
depends. It depends what I do. If I do the British thing, and people are like, I just can't unhear Connor, because if I ever do like just my normal voice, kind of more British, they're like, oh, he just talked.
Yeah.
Fuck. But it's like I'm pompous. Come on.
I'm pompous, guys.
That's what you got to do. Instead of learning a new language, you got to like figure out like new accents.
Oh, different accents.
Yeah, like
people want to-
if you do like a role in like a British accent, they won't be up. They'll probably hear less of Charlie.
True, I should have done that.
The problem with me is that I cannot not sound like myself.
Yeah, well, you two have
Yeah.
that. You two have like very, very, very distinct voices, and it's very hard to hear anything else when you're changing your voice. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never heard you change your voice much.
I can't do it very well.
Yeah.
I can only do Scooby Doo saying one line.
Go on.
Do it.
Oh, Reggie. That's all I got.
I mean, yeah, it works.
That's Scooby-Doo.
That's Scooby.
Yeah, whenever he voice acts, it just sounds like him.
Yeah, it does. I go into like my YouTuber voice.
You know, not every voice actor needs to sound different. I think it's a common misconception. You know, there are a lot of voice actors out there who just sound like the same character every
Yeah.
time, but they're really good at acting and really good
Yeah.
at making.
Oh,
you
you know,
believe.
like Sugimoto, like, you know, he's like one of the biggest Japanese
Oh,
voice
yeah.
actors. He sounds exactly the same in all of his roles, but people love that
I mean,
voice.
yeah, Johnny Young Bosch always
Johnny
sounds.
Young
like
Oh, Johnny Young
He
Bosch
just
as well,
has
yeah.
like the protagonist voice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Steve Bloom just always sounds like Spike Spiegel.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah,
in
I
every
love
role
that.
he does.
Hell
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you? Oh, you know what? We actually another thing that we both did. What was that movie you were in?
Last of the Grads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in.
Wait, you were in Last of the
I'm
Grads?
the voice of the killer.
Holy fuck. I had no idea that was your voice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and
Because you did an American accent.
yeah,
didn't
it's an
you?
American
Yeah.
accent.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
were like, he's. So I got on the call with them because I don't know how it all came about. They asked me to do it, and I was like, yeah, sure, because they were like, oh, Charlie's in it. I was like, Charlie's in it? All right, sure. Because you had like an actual role in it.
I was Officer Greg.
So I was like, oh, fuck it, sure, why not? How many lines can it be? I was like, sure, whatever. And they were like, so we want you to be the voice of the killer. And I was like, all right, cool. So I get on the call with them, we're about to do it. And I'm like, I start doing the lines, and they're like, oh, no, he's American. And I was like, oh, kind of wish you told me that like before, so I could like prep a little bit. And I was like, so whereabouts in America is he from? Thinking like, I'm just stalling. So I'm like, fuck, I need to think of like a voice now. And he's like, from Washington. I'm like, oh yeah, easy.
Yeah, that's a Washington accent.
Okay, yeah, Washington accent, bro, I got that. So I just started to do this thing, and they're like, yeah, it works. It was just some kind of creepy voice, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know if they fixed it or not. I think they like forgot to credit me in the movie.
Really?
They never. I don't think in the official credits of the IMDb I'm credited at all.
Damn.
Hell
I
yeah.
was like, but then again, I saw the review scores, and I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
it's
Officer Greg really put his best on the line for that.
I saw a lot of the reviews where I was like, this movie sucked, but I liked seeing Charlie. But it was a shame because when I spoke to the guys, they were really passionate about
Yeah,
it. And
they really went for it.
They really put their heart in it, and it was a shame because you're like, damn.
It's just one of those things where like you have a vision, but it's just not quite realized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Officer Greg. Sometimes you just get it right.
Did you watch the whole movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know how I sound in it.
I didn't know it was you, so you sounded pretty good.
All right. Okay. Good. Yeah, because there was an actor who was actually playing the character,
Right.
but then
But it wasn't their voice.
He was wearing a mask.
So you basically did like the Darth Vader thing.
So yeah, I
right?
was like, it was kind of, yeah, exactly
Yeah,
right. It was kind of like
right.
that. So then I think he was unmasked at one point.
Yeah.
But I didn't have much time. When he got like burned alive, and I remember I ruined my throat having to do those lines.
Right.
Because I did it like 8 takes, and they were like, "Can we have like one more?" And I was like, "I only have one more. If this isn't the take, we don't have any more." Oh god, it's so bad. Oh, no, I don't know if it's good. Maybe I should watch it. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
You should check it out. You should
I'm
go back
scared
and look
to.
at it.
No, I'm so.
Have you not watched it yet? Even if it's bad, that's
No,
like,
I'm
I would hold it as like
so
a badge
scared.
of
It's
honor.
still like half the
on-
fun.
I'm
yeah,
so
right?
scared too.
Do you like watching like shows or like movies that you voice in?
There's times. Okay, there's certain voices and certain voice types and certain character types that I know that I can just like that my voice lends really well to, and that
Right.
I tend to. Like if it's a cocky asshole, I'm like, okay, I feel like I can do that really well. I know, okay, everyone's gonna say yes because it's like you like in real life. Okay, thank you. But those type of characters I feel like really comfortable doing. But when it's more like stuff out of my range, I don't really like watching it because I'm like, man, I feel like I just didn't do a good job.
Right. Like you could do better, kind of.
Like
thing.
I feel like I know I could
Yeah.
do better, and I probably should watch it back so I could learn.
Right.
But also if it's something that I'm like, it's a video game or an anime or a TV show that I'm really passionate about, I'll watch it. Like I think it's out by the time this comes out. Like Omega Strikers, I'm really fucking excited to hear what I sound like in that game
Yeah,
because
you-
I don't know what it's like. I'm so fucking hyped because the game looks good. I haven't even played it because we've been on
Still
tour.
have to play it, yeah.
Because we've been on tour this whole time, I haven't been able to play it, but all my friends that play it say it's so fun and it's addictive, and I'm like, no, there's finally a game that I voice in that's good. Or like, they're not good, but popular, sorry.
Yeah.
So excited for that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That's, sorry, tangent about me, sorry.
No,
It's supposed to be about you, this is your
Well, it was
episode.
us, last of the grads,
Dude,
veterans here.
that's crazy. So that's like, what, 2 or 3 things now we've both like
Yeah.
done things for? All right, nice.
More
That's
to
the
come,
grad.
hopefully.
I should watch
Next time
it.
we got to be in a movie together.
Yeah, right.
Like live action.
Where do I watch Last of Grads? Where do I even get it?
I don't know if it's still on the same site that it launched on. I think it went to Triller. Or whatever that one's called. Or
okay.
Is it Shudder or Triller? I
I
don't
think
know.
Triller,
it's
is that-
Thriller. Yeah.
Is that- the only thing I know about that is that they sued H3. for
Yeah,
the
I don't know if it's
boxing thing.
Triller. Which one's the horror one? Is it Shudder or
Oh,
Triller?
okay. Triller's the box.
Oh, I think it's,
fucking
it
know.
might
might
be
be.
Shudder.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. 'cause
Yeah, I can't
my
remember
my
the
wife
name.
watches a new horror movie every day, and it's always on this fucking.
It's whatever one she's watching.
Yeah. It's
That
the one
thing.
with all the horror movies on.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
process really, 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 really made me feel bad for people who make movies that don't do well.
Oh my god, yeah, it's got to be miserable.
I was like, because like these, when we talked to them about it, they were. I'm sure you had the same thing. Like they were really, really passionate on the.
I'm sure they all are. Yeah.
And it's like, fuck. Could you imagine putting so much time and effort into something and people are like, it sucks.
The world
Didn't
is
watch
cruel,
it.
man.
It's shit. Oh, funny moist man. You know what I mean? Like, they're like that's
all disagree.
it's like, no, I spent time on this. I feel bad. No, okay.
Ex-arm director be like,
Yeah.
No, fuck off. No, there's way more passion to this thing than X. There was no fucking passion in Exxon. Fuck off. This thing had passion, it just wasn't there.
I gotta try and finish Exxon now. Now that
No,
you like brought it back into my mind.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try.
You said you're on episode 2?
I got to like episode 2 or 3. Yeah.
3 is so fucking bad.
Oh
man.
my god.
It's probably because they never thought anyone was going to get to 3.
Yeah.
They just gave up.
It's so
It just
fucking
turns into
bad.
like
First like
fucking
5 minutes of
storyboards.
episode 1, I was ready to shut it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
Man.
it's miserable.
They're just like, they're so lazy, you just hear like other fucking stuff playing in the background when they were recording the audio, like fucking Rick and Morty. They're just like, fucking leave it in. I'm not really recording this shit.
Oh my god.